Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Katie Luvis with the Chamber for Greater Chapel Hill-Carrboro, and it's my pleasure to welcome you this morning to the Summer Careers Academy launch event. We have 90 minutes dedicated for this special event. Our purpose is threefold. First, to officially launch the new Summer Careers Academy. Second, to introduce you to the new Summer Careers Academy and the inaugural program that's focused on the skilled construction trades, which is called Building Our Future. And then third, to give you an opportunity to ask questions, provide feedback, and get involved. To achieve this, we've divided the event into 5 segments. So first, segment 1 will be an overview of the Summer Careers Academy and an introduction to the Summer Careers Academy steering committee and staff. Second, the second segment will be a closer look at the inaugural program of the Summer Careers Academy, again called Building Our Future, and it's focused on the skilled construction trades. During the event, you'll get to learn more about how it works for employers, educators, students, and really get a good sense of what we've got planned. In the third segment, you're going to hear reflections from our funders and community leaders, followed by segment 4, which is an update on what's next. So then finally, segment 5 is when we come to you. We'll have ample time for you, our audience, to share your feedback, engage in discussion, and ask questions. Before we get the program started, a few housekeeping items. First, as far as staffing for today's Zoom discussion, I'll serve as your host and will moderate the discussion. My colleague, Mackenzie Reinhold, is on technology. She'll address any potential hacking issues, and she's available by chat if you need any tech support. My colleague, Ori St. Germain, is on slides. He also handles our social media, so make sure you follow and like all the hashtag Summer Careers Academy posts on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube. Throughout the event, please post your questions and comments in the chat below. I'll monitor that chat and help tee up your comments during the Q&A period. And a friendly reminder, today's forum is being recorded, and we're going to share that recording through the Chamber's YouTube channel. So we'll send you a link to it after the event. It'll take just a few days to get that all squared away. All right, well, let's get to it. So walking us through today's program is the CEO of the Homebuilders Association of Durham, Orange, and Chatham Counties, Holly Fricaro. Welcome, Holly. And Holly, if you're talking, we don't hear you yet.
Sorry, it wouldn't let me unmute. Thank you. Can you hear me now?
Yes, you sound great.
Okay, good morning. As Katie mentioned, I'm Holly Fricaro of the Homebuilders, and it is an absolute joy to be speaking to you today at the launch of the new Summer Careers Academy. This is a much needed and long anticipated program, and the vision is now a reality. So what is the Summer Careers Academy? The Summer Careers Academy is an 8-week career training program that connects learners with new skills and paid work experience in compelling career pathways. This is a low-cost, high-performance model. Sorry, my screen just jumped. Based on successful Catawba Valley Career Academy and adapted for our region. The Summer Career Academy makes it possible for students to earn while they learn, meaning they will receive free in-classroom training while also enjoying paid work experience during the summer in a promising career pathway, earning a competitive wage. The program is open to all local youth and young adults ages 16 to 24 and is specifically designed to meet the needs of youth and young adults from refugee and migrant families, as well as low-income students and students of color. We are offering language services, transportation support, food, and tools. Students who successfully complete the program earn high school credit and industry-recognized credentials, as well as college prior learning credit and access to apprenticeships and college scholarships. Through it all, students learn important new skills and make connections with employers. Bottom line, Summer Careers Academy graduates are prepared for immediate full-time employment in a high-paying career pathway, as well as eligible for entry into registered apprenticeship, which allows them to continue to earn and learn as they progress in their chosen career. The inaugural Summer Careers Academy program is focused on the skilled construction trades, which we are calling Building Our Future. The vision for the Summer Career Academy is to focus year one program on the construction trades and then continue a focus on the trades in subsequent years, as we also expand the Summer Careers Academy model to other industries such as healthcare and IT and to other counties throughout the Triangle. I'm going to go into more detail on building our future, the inaugural Summer Career Academy program focused on the skilled trade in just a moment. But first, I want to introduce you to the Summer Careers Academy Steering Committee, who met every other week since the last time this year to bring this vision to life. As I introduce you, I'd like for each of the steering committee members to open your mic and share in 1 minute or less why you chose to be part of this work and what you hope for the program. First up, Chapel Hill Town Council member Ty Wynn. Ty was the catalyst for this work. He called the first meeting of our group to order this time last year, shared a vision that we all immediately bought into, and then proceeded to facilitate our every other week meetings for a year. Ty?
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. As Holly said, I'm Ty Huynh. I'm your Chapel Hill Town Council member. And this vision really came from my work with some of our local youth from our refugee community. And I believe that the grassroots nature of this initiative has really been one of the driving factors of its success. And I just want to take a moment to thank all of my steering committee members. As Holly just said, y'all have put in so much time and dedication to this effort, and so glad to be working alongside y'all.
Thank you, Ty. Staying with our elected and government officials, next up is Dion Timny, chair of the Chapel Hill-Carrboro City Schools Board of Education. Dion has special skills in information technology, security, and network operations, is passionate about helping us expand the Summer Careers Academy to the IT industry, and has served as an advisory partner on the program and curriculum development. Dion, please briefly share why you chose to be part of this work and what you hope for the program.
Well, greetings, everyone. Thank you, Holly. My name is Dion Timny, chair of the Chapel Hill-Carrboro City Schools Board of Education. And when Ty gave me the call and shared that he was considering an apprentice program, I shared with him like, hey, I was trying to do the same thing. So we joined forces, and he really put this great steering committee together, and I'm so grateful for all the work that everyone has done here. My vision for this program was to give our young people experiences and exposure to the world outside of the classroom, and basically assisting them in answering that age-old challenge of finding their passion and deciding what they wanted to be when they grow up. So I believe apprenticeship programs allows that exposure for our young children, and I look forward to expanding it into the IT fields in the future. Thank you.
Thank you. And now Tony Mcknight, a former Orange County School Board member and an ApprenticeshipNC consultant who helped us secure the registered youth pre-apprenticeship status for our inaugural program. Tony?
And Tony, if you're talking, we don't hear you yet.
See me? Can you hear me?
There you go.
All right. Again, as Katie mentioned, my name is Tony Mcknight. I'm a prior school board member of the Orange County Board of Education for the past 12 years. This is a great opportunity I see, as we've wanted to do things of this nature for years. You know, as I was on the school board, we talked about it, but it never came to fruition. So in that regard, this is a great opportunity, as Dion mentioned earlier, for kids to discover and see what they want to do. We all know that all students are not, fit for a four-year, want to go to a four-year college. So this is a great opportunity. Well as I enjoyed working with the individuals on this great steering committee in regards to registered apprenticeship and work with the North Carolina Community College system. We look forward to expanding this program. This is just the beginning, not the end. So we really hope that you all will join us in these efforts, and it's going to be great for the residents of Orange County as well as expanding counties. Thank you.
Moving to our educators on our steering committee, let's meet Kathy Brewer, our Career and Technical Education Director for Chapel Hill-Carrboro City Schools, who serves as fiscal agent for the public grant, a lead agency for program and staff development, and an advisory partner on curriculum development. Kathy, please share why you chose to be part of this work and what you hope for the program.
Sure. Good morning, everyone. My decision to participate in this work was a no-brainer for me. Since our school system doesn't have facilities to offer construction trades, I am thrilled to be part of this team so we can expand our career opportunities for the students if they have an interest in the construction trades, the skilled trades, but they haven't had any options until now. And really the goal of career and technical education, what we call CTE, is to help students find the careers that they're interested in, what they enjoy doing. So by adding the Summer Career Academy to our programs of study, we're able to reach different students and really give them a head start on amazing career. My hope for the program is that we're successful so our community sees the benefit of how strong partnerships can really be impactful. We can make a positive impact for our community. And I would love to see this model expand into other career fields.
And now let's hear from our Career and Technical Education Director for Orange County Schools, Shannon Braxton, who is the lead for securing the summer training site and the curriculum. She is also an advisory partner on our program development. Shannon?
Good morning. It's great to see all of you in your little square boxes this morning. I am the director for Career Technical Ed and Cultural Arts for Orange County Schools. And this work is so important because it is helping with the pipeline to skilled trades. My hope is that students take these newly learned skills from the Summer Careers Academy and add those to the durable skills that they already have. And they enter the world of work in a career that is a high demand, high paying, and most of all, rewarding to them. I just hope that they find their passion and that we can ignite that in the Summer Careers Academy.
And from Durham Tech, we have Mariah Smith-Overman, Assistant Dean of Building Engineering and Skilled Trades Program, also known as BEST Programs, who serves as an advisory partner on our program and curriculum development. Mariah, please briefly share why you chose to be part of the work and what you hope for the program.
Thanks, Holly. I chose to be part of this work because it's about access and exposure to the trades, creating a welcoming environment for refugees and minority youth. Participants will have further access to hands-on learning, which they may not have access to in their current high school situation. This gives students a chance to see what learning a trade is and can offer so far as earning potential and having extremely valuable skills. This is empowering. My hope is that participants learn of many of the opportunities that lie ahead for them and feel supported throughout the program as they work toward seeking further training and toward earning a living wage for their families.
Thank you, Mariah. Next up, Lancelot Gooden, Dean of the same program with Durham Tech. Lancelot, please share with us why you've joined our steering committee and what you hope for the future of this program.
Thank you, Holly. Good morning, everyone. Again, I'm Lancelot Gooden. I'm the Dean of Building Engineering and Skilled Trades. And, as a Durham Tech employee and higher education leader, the work of our steering committee supports components of our college's strategic plan, core values, and aligns with my professional beliefs, specifically being student-centered and a champion for equity. Furthermore, this work addresses the need to expand youth apprenticeships in our secondary schools, creating avenues for our youth to gain portable skills upon completion to either pursue skilled trades programs at Durham Tech or enter in the workforce. Serving as a steering committee member, is demonstrative of my commitment to social justice, providing avenues for upward economic ability to underserved youth in our service areas. It has been such a rewarding experience. Learned experience working in partnership with a diverse group of committee members with vast skill sets, knowledge, and experiences to launch innovative programs such as the Summer Careers Academy to address shortage of construction workers in our region while meeting employer demand.
Thank you. We also have experts and activists on the steering committee, including former Carrboro mayor, former Marine, and UNC faculty member, Jim Porto. Jim is our lead grant writer and an advisory partner on program and curriculum development. Jim?
Thank you, Holly, and good morning, everyone. This program really represents our community at its best. Many partners have joined together to meet a need in our community for more skilled craftsmen. At the same time, it provides career opportunities for our youth, many of whom will come from underserved families. I am thrilled to be part of this effort, and I look forward to seeing this program become an essential and continuing part of our community. Thank you, Holly.
Thanks, Jim. Keith Sipe is a former Duke Energy executive and former head of the Catawba Valley Community College Construction Career Academy, which I mentioned before is the model program we're replicating. We successfully recruited Keith to advise us as we developed the Summer Careers Academy here. Keith is a lead consultant on overall program development and employer engagement. Keith?
Good morning, Holly. Thank you for this opportunity to share a few comments. It has been my distinct pleasure to be working with the Summer Careers Academy. And as Holly mentioned, I worked with a similar program in Catawba County with Catawba Valley Community College. And what makes this so rewarding for me personally is when I see the eyes of the young adults light up when they take that first step and start a new job, a new career, and they just light up with joy. That makes it so rewarding for me personally. And then also it's rewarding from the employer's perspective when you get that first call from an employer that says, I don't know where you found this young man, but I need 4 more just like them. So I think as the Summer Careers Academy goes forward, my hope is that we'll continue to see that those eyes light up in those young adults, and the employers support and encourage this program going forward. Thank you.
Moving on to our employer groups, the Chamber for a Greater Chapel Hill-Carrboro has been a driving force for the Summer Careers Academy. Katie Luvis is a steering committee member, serves as the lead for communications and event coordination, and an advisory partner on employer engagement and program development. Katie?
Thanks, Holly. Well, as you know, I'm earning my doctorate in this work, and my focus throughout my career has been on public-private partnerships, and I love studying model programs, nerd alert. So when our elected officials and employers and educators and community leaders were all coming together and agreed that we need to focus on our talent pipeline, I was like, oh yeah, I'm in. I'm grateful that the Chamber, my colleagues at the Chamber, agreed to let me put some time on task on this. And I love the idea of creating an evidence-informed model that everyone can lean into, and when it's implemented, it can literally change lives. So my hope for our work ahead is that our collective delivers a really strong inaugural program in the construction trades, that we get solid results for our students and our employers, and then that we build out similar programs for other industries. And I'm especially energized around healthcare and IT.
Fantastic. And my organization, the Homebuilders Association of Durham, Orange, and Chatham Counties, has been deeply involved from the start. I serve on the steering committee, am the fiscal agent for the private donations, and now the overall lead agency for building our future, the inaugural program focused on the skilled trades. This has been a goal of our association for years, and I am especially grateful to Ty Wynn for his initiative to get this committee together, and Katie Luvis for her tenacity in keeping us on task and commitment to seeing the Summer Career Academy become a reality. I'm proud that we have 2 talented project coordinators now reporting to the HBA and focused on implementing a successful inaugural Summer Careers Academy, Patricia Harris and Heather Casey. Patricia is the former Career and Technical Education Director for Orange County Schools. She is now retired and providing critical guidance as we recruit students and implement the inaugural program. Patricia, please share why you chose to be part of this work and what you hope for the program.
First off, my passion is there because I came out of retirement to do this. So I'm loving every second of it. This is exactly what I did as a former CTE director. And it's been so much fun and passion behind this project from the steering committee. We are just so excited to just get in there and get it finished and successful so we can move into another summer, next summer, with maybe some different focuses besides construction. This is one thing I loved to do when I was a CT director. I set up internships, work internships, and it's just seeing those kids take their pride in what they accomplished when they finished the work internship was the rewarding part of this job. So I'm excited to get the kids on board and get everything straightened out and start on June the 14th. Thank you for having me.
Fantastic. And Heather, her partner, is a serial social entrepreneur, having started nonprofits to address local and global challenges. And we're delighted to have her good energies on launching and sustaining the Summer Careers Academy. Heather is leading the employer engagement and is your point for all things building our future. Heather, please bring welcome.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Heather Casey, and I'm delighted to be a part of the Summer Careers Academy. I'm inspired by everyone who has been a part of creating this vision for the apprenticeship program, and I'm honored and grateful to help continue to bring this mission to life for the youth of Orange County and to help them build their careers in the construction trades.
Thank you, everybody. As you can see, we have a strong steering committee committed to making the Summer Careers Academy a success. Now let's take a look at Building Our Future, the inaugural program for the Summer Careers Academy focused on the skilled construction trades. Building Our Future is a registered youth pre-apprenticeship program in the skilled construction trades. This 8-week summer career training program offers students aged 16 to 24 free in-classroom training and a paid work experience at $12 an hour. The Homebuilders of Durham, Orange, and Chatham Counties is the managing director of Building Our Future. We already have nearly a dozen employers of all sizes and sectors registered and ready to hire our students, including residential builders like Bold Construction, commercial builders like Samet Corporation, and employers like Orange County Government, who are hiring for a variety of important occupations, including carpentry, plumbing, electrical, masonry, and heating and air conditioning. A career in the construction trades offers salaries ranging from $55,000 to $61,000. And through the Building Our Future program, we offer a path directly to these careers with zero traditional student loan debt. We are recruiting students now to participate in the Building Our Future program, which will run from mid-June, the 14th, through early August, the 5th. Let's take a closer look at the program, including how we are engaging employers, educators, and students. First up, employers. Keith, over to you.
Thank you, Holly. To all those employers out there, we need your help. Employer participation in the Summer Careers Academy is a key element of the program and critical to the overall success of the program moving forward. From an employer's perspective, this is really a workforce development initiative. I don't need to tell you about how difficult it is to find young talent, attract it, hire that new talent, and then get them to stay around for a while. Particularly in the construction industry, this is so difficult. Young adults today are just simply not interested in going into the construction field, and the Summer Careers Academy is charged to help with that. Part of the solution is your participation as employers in the Summer Careers Academy. The program is working to recruit students. You'll hear more about that recruitment later, to explore an exciting new career in construction, learning more about the trade, and then more importantly, they'll get some hands-on experience working with employers as they truly understand what it means to work in the construction industry. They've spoken with several local construction firms in the area, and they have agreed to hire 1, maybe 2 pre-apprentices for the summer. You can see listed here the companies that we've spoken with: Bowl Construction, Bright Durham Electric, Carrboro Plumbing, Habitat for Humanity, JD Services Now, Lundy Management Group, Micropolis Construction, NC Drainage, Orange County Government, a couple companies associated with the Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Contractors of North Carolina, Samet Corporation, Seegers Fence Company, and the town of Chapel Hill. So that's about a dozen or so companies that we've spoken with, and they have agreed to hire pre-apprentices this summer for about a 7-week period. The responsibilities of the employer are pretty straightforward. These students will be your employees. You hire, manage, and mentor those students. You pay them a learning wage of $12 an hour, and then help them understand really what it means to work in the construction field. The benefits there is you then as the employer have really participated in developing your workforce for the future. In my experience, about 1/3 of the students that work in the summers go on to say, hey, this is something I enjoy doing, and become a full-time employee in the construction field. If you're interested as an employer in participating in the Summer Careers Academy, you need to check out our new snazzy website, summercareersacademy.com, or contact Heather Casey. Heather is working with me to develop and identify new firms that would be interested in participating. You can see her number there. Give her a call at 919-357-2878. So now I want to turn your attention to 2 companies and 2 speakers that have agreed to share their thoughts on the value of the employment piece. First up, I want to introduce you to Mark Mcknight. I think you'll hear from him, as he's the owner of Micropolis Construction. Mark, you want to share a few thoughts?
Yes, thanks, Keith. It's really exciting to see this all coming together. I came up and pretty much learned my own way about the trades and construction. I worked so many different jobs in different areas, and finally found that was the path to, a successful financial future and an interesting career. And, lately we've been hearing a growing chorus of recognition that we need to train young folks in the trades, that it is a very viable career pathway as an alternative to the academic path. And to see this coming together is so satisfying, especially since it involves so many great leaders from around the region. And thank you to everyone who's been working on this for the last couple of years. And I must admit, I have a little enlightened self-interest here, because I need some qualified employees, and I'm looking forward to benefiting from that. So thanks a lot, everybody.
Thank you, Mark. I appreciate your comments. We had Jonathan Best with Samet Corporation. Samet Corporation has been working with young adults in the Greensboro area for several years now, recruiting young adults to work with them in an apprentice type program. Samet has agreed to host 1, possibly 2 pre-apprentices. Apparently, Jonathan has some technical difficulties and has recently dropped off. So if he joins us again, we will give him the opportunity to share his thoughts on the value of that program for Samet Corporation. With that, Holly, I think I just want to encourage the employers to reach out to Heather. If you want to participate, we have about a dozen or so companies that have agreed to hire pre-apprentices. If you're interested, you need to reach out to Heather or myself and let us know. We'll be happy to talk with you about what that means to host a pre-apprentice for the summer coming up. With that, thank you, Holly.
Thank you, Keith. Yeah, I can't stress enough how critical it is for our employers to own the solution to their talent challenges. We must work together to build our workforce, and the Summer Career Academy is a really easy plug-and-play solution for you. Next up, education engagement. Let's take a look at the classroom experience. Shannon?
Good morning again. So it's exciting for me to be a part of this conversation because we offer a construction program at one of our 2 high schools. And so the students in the Summer Careers Academy will engage in academic and competency-based curriculum through NCCER. NCCER is the National Center for Construction Education and Research, and it's recognized by the construction industry as a training, assessment, certification, and career development standard. We thoughtfully have chosen NCCER and the core construction course to ensure that students are developing key competencies that employers in the construction trade need and expect, while also earning industry-recognized credentials and academic credit. The NCCER curriculum for core is the foundational prerequisite to other level 1 craft curriculums. NCCER is arranged in modules that cover topics like basic safety, communication skills, construction careers, construction math, hand tools, power tools, and there's even an introduction to construction drawing. NCCER core gives students the basic skills needed to be successful in entry-level work. In Orange County Schools, as I shared, we already have NCCER at Orange High School in our core construction course. Students that earn these credentials can then articulate those credits if they continue their post-secondary education at Durham Tech. We are lucky that Orange County Schools at Cedar Ridge High School have a woodworking program, and the woodworking teacher, Avery Pipkin, is going to be the Summer Careers Academy instructor. And of course, he would have loved to have joined us today, but he's teaching in his classroom at Cedar Ridge today. But Mr. Pipkin comes to Orange County Schools following graduation from Appalachian State University, and we're lucky that he taught the NCCER curriculum during his student teaching. And he has just recently attended the very specific training for NCCER. At Orange High School, Mr. Robert Thurman has been teaching core construction and NCCER for many, many years. And so Mr. Thurman, who was unable to work with us this summer, is working now with Avery Pipkin to make sure that there is firm alignment and that Avery is ready to kick off this program on June the 14th. The students in the Summer Careers Academy will have the potential to earn credentials in NCCER, OSHA 10, First Aid and CPR, and they have the opportunity to earn 2 high school course credits. At this time, I'd like for Mariah Smith-Overman to share how NCCER is used at Durham Tech and how it is articulated between the high school and post-secondary. Mariah?
Thanks, Shannon. At Durham Tech, we currently offer a carpentry, electrical, and plumbing apprenticeships alongside other short and long-term training offering in the trades. The Carpentry Apprenticeship program works with commercial contractors and will soon expand to include residential contractors as well. In this program, we do use the NCCER Carpentry Curriculum, including 4 levels, all starting with that core curriculum. What that means is that anyone that's taken core, as Shannon mentioned, that will be covered at the Careers Academy, in the Career Academy experience. They will be able to transfer that credit into our full apprenticeship. So for participants completing the Career Academy, they'll be able to enter in bringing that prior learning credit with them. We currently are working with the Durham General Contractors Association, which is our core group of employers, for the carpentry apprenticeship, as well as Carrboro Plumbing and Brown Brothers Plumbing and Heating for plumbing, among other companies as well. The carpentry apprenticeship employers will expand, as I said, as we add residential folks on later in the spring in preparation for our next cohort, which will begin in the fall. At Durham Tech, we hope to provide a landing place for any participants that want to build upon their skill knowledge after completing the Careers Academy while continuing to support students toward living wage employment, whether it be in the apprenticeship program or through other skilled trades training opportunities.
Thanks, Mariah. So using NCCR in our Summer Careers Academy will allow students to acquire the knowledge. And because it's set up in a module format in the curriculum, it's going to be a great fit for the short-term training purposes. And we know that it will be valued by the industry. Again, NCCR and core curriculum creates a clear pathway and advantages for students who want to continue in their studies in the community college, because the students will have that prior credit towards college level skilled trade apprenticeship programs. So we're really excited to be offering the NCCR curriculum in our Summer Careers Academy. Back to you, Holly.
Holly, we can't hear you.
Sorry about that, y'all. Thank you, Shannon. I really appreciate the thoughtful academic design of the program and delivering a highly relevant and streamlined learning experience for the students. Next up, student engagement. Kathy, walk us through the student experience.
Sure. We've recruited the help of our school's career development coordinators. They're a support staff at each of our high schools. And we've been presenting information sessions to small and large groups of students. During these sessions, we talk about the benefits of joining the program, the comprehensive salary. It's very competitive at $12 an hour. The support that we're going to provide, including food and transportation, language services. Thanks to some of our sponsors, we have complimentary tool belts and some tools. We're going into the construction trades, so that's very helpful. Also, we just reiterate that they are getting 2 high school credits for successful completion, the industry credentials that Shannon mentioned, the NCCER, the OSHA 10, CPR, first aid. We transfer credit, what we call articulated credit, when they complete, moving on to a full apprenticeship, college scholarships, prepared for immediate and full-time employment. It's just benefit after benefit after benefit. And really, our Summer Careers Academy is really committed to establishing a level playing field for all youth and all young adults to access compelling career pathways, and specifically designed to meet the needs of youth from refugee, migrant families, as well as low-income students and students of color. The Career Academy is a fast track to a great career, and it's designed with supports. That's the key. We've got the supports in place to help all students be successful, whether it's the language or transportation services. Now, as I mentioned, students will be paid $12 an hour. Our steering committee spent a lot of time working with employers and community leaders to ensure our students were paid a competitive wage for their work. Participants are hired by the companies. This is not an unpaid interns like some of our students do in high school. This is a paid pre-apprenticeship program, and we're very proud that our employers are willing to be able to pay the students this learning wage. Orange County Living Wage helped us understand the value of learning wage, which is $12 an hour. And we believe meeting the learning wage threshold is the right thing to do. And we'll compel our students to apply and be consistent in the program and just continue with us. And we're grateful to the employers who have agreed to pay this competitive wage. When the students complete the summer program and continue with the employer, their salary then could be bumped up to the living wage. Susan Romaine is here with us today, and Susan is the co-founder of Orange County Living Wage and a Carrboro Town Council member. Susan, would you please explain the living wage and maybe share some reflections on the program?
Thank you so much, Kathy, and what an honor it is for me to be here with all of you. It's, we take ties, like I mentioned earlier, just a brilliant idea, and see all this come into such swift action. So I appreciate all of you very much. Yes, Orange County Living Wage is a nonprofit organization. We certify employers in the county who pay all full and part-time employees at least $15.85 an hour if the employer provides at least half the health insurance cost. Then the living wage is $14.35. So we are just super excited to be a part of this launch today as we look for new partnerships around living wages through the Summer Careers Academy. And I want to mention, Kathy, following up on the learning wage, Orange County Living Wage just fully endorses a $12 learning wage. We often hear about unpaid internships and apprenticeships as these great opportunities for students to network and to get on-the-job experience and build their resumes. But as all of us know, not everybody can afford an unpaid internship or apprenticeship. Many of our high school students and even those beyond are working in order to contribute to the monthly expenses, or in some cases to be saving for college. So we really appreciate this $12 learning wage, which opens up apprenticeships for students of all incomes to learn and to earn, and really values their full participation in this 8-week program. I also just wanted to mention that as students graduate from their apprenticeships and one day transition into full-time jobs, we're also just thrilled to hear that those employers will be encouraged to pay their new full-time employees a living wage of $15.85. These employers really become our pipeline for living wage jobs for future graduates of this apprenticeship program. And we hope some of these employers will also become certified as living wage employers along the way. So thank you for giving me this opportunity to share a few words this morning. In closing, I'd just like to encourage everyone to spread the word that the Summer Career Academy is now accepting applications for the inaugural 2022 cohort. Everybody, if you know of interested community members, they can get all the information they need at the brand new website, summercareersacademy.com, which is, I just looked at it yesterday. It's really just really fantastic. So spread the word. And at this point, I believe I throw it back to Holly.
Thank you, Susan and Kathy. This is a super opportunity for local youth and re-careering young adults to get paid while learning about the exciting construction careers opportunities. Like Susan said, please encourage anyone you know who might be interested to complete the student interest form. Now let's meet the funders who made this program possible. Ty?
Good morning again, everyone. This work, this program, none of this would be possible without the generosity and support from both our public and private funders. So the public funding that we received is from the North Carolina Education and Workforce Innovation Commission. Try to say that 3 times fast. This is the governor-appointed commission that manages the NC Education and Workforce Innovation Program, which receives admin support from the NC Department of Public Instruction. The commission awarded the Summer Careers Academy a substantial 2-year grant through a competitive process, and our Chapel Hill-Carrboro City School District is the fiscal agent for that public grant. And we are excited to announce that our private funding is from the Keenan Charitable Trust. And as far as I'm aware, I believe this is the first investment the KCT has made in Chapel Hill. This is a private foundation committed to improving lives, particularly in underserved communities. And we're so grateful that the Keenan Charitable Trust provided the necessary matching dollars to make this a reality. The Homebuilders Association of Durham, Orange, and Chatham Counties Foundation is the fiscal agent for our private grant. And I just want to express our deepest appreciation to these organizations. And I believe we have a representative, Steve Griffin, who is the president of the Insurance People of North Carolina, as well as the chair of the North Carolina Education and Workforce Commission. So I'm going to invite Steve to come on and share a few words of reflection.
And Steve, if you're there and talking, we can't hear you yet. We'll need you to unmute.
There we go. Am I in now? You hear me now?
Yep, you sound great,
Okay.
Steve. Welcome.
All right, great. Good morning. I'm Steve Griffin. I'm with Insurance People of North Carolina, and I serve on the Homebuilders Association of Durham, Orange, Chatham board, and also I am chairman of the North Carolina Educational Workforce Innovation Commission. And this commission was created back in 2014 by the legislature, and it represents all aspects of our state government. And our mission is totally what you guys are doing here with this Career Technical Academy. And so it's very exciting to be a part of it. I'll just say briefly that our mission is to align public schools with business, industry, college, and universities, provide greater choice for parents, guardians among high quality educational options, enhance teacher principal effectiveness, ensure all students possess job-ready skills, and leverage technology to drive both student and teacher learning. So what you guys are doing here with the Academy is totally in our wheelhouse and what we want to do to support y'all. And so we're just so excited that you guys have applied for the grant and this opportunity has been granted to you. And we're looking forward to learning from you. I think it's an amazing group of people that Katie and Holly and others, the leadership have assembled. So excited to be a part of it.
Well, thank you so much, Steve, for those great words. And again, thank you to both of our funders. As you all know, this work doesn't happen and can't continue without the donations and generosity of organizations like those. So please consider making a cash or in-kind donation to continue fueling our growth of the Summer Careers Academy. And with that, I'm going to toss it back to Holly.
Thank you, Ty. Yes, thank you for the plug. Please absolutely contact me if you're interested in participating as a volunteer, have an in-kind donation, or would like to make a cash donation. And you can visit summercareersacademy.com to learn more. Next up, we have several leaders from our community who would like to share some reflections. And I'd like to invite Jim Porto to introduce our guests. Jim?
Thank you, Holly. We want to take a few minutes to recognize the many community leaders who have supported this effort. Without them, the Summer Career Academy would not be possible. The Orange County Commissioners provided funds for a study in the skilled trades early on, many years ago, that was essential for getting our grant. The county and city school boards and their superintendents, Dr. Naya Hamlet in the city school system, and Dr. Monique Felder from the county system, have provided labor in the planning for this effort, as well as physical resources for the academy. And they will actually be instrumental in its operation. Durham Tech has provided a wealth of expertise to the project and is essential for the career pipeline we are building. The Homebuilders Association of Durham, Orange, and Chatham Counties has also provided expert advice with Holly, access to builders and suppliers, which is very important, and has been a major source of funding for this project. Finally, without the leadership and the resources from the Chamber for our Greater Chapel Hill-Carrboro, it is absolutely clear that we would not be here today. As we move forward, it is our hope that more organizations in the community will join us. Thank you all for your support. We have asked the heads of or representatives of each of these organizations to give us a few words of reflection here. And please, we are mindful of everybody's time, so we're going to limit our conversation to 2 minutes. First is Vakisha Graves is the chair of the Chamber of Commerce in Greater Chapel Hill-Carrboro. And Keisha, over to you.
Thank you, Jim. Good morning. I just want to start off by saying the Chamber is all in with this program. The Summer Careers Academy is a wonderful opportunity and a great thing for our community. We've been keeping close tabs on it through our very own Katie Luvis, who gave you her passions with regards to working on this type of program, her nerd alert. As she described it earlier, she has been engaged in the model. She's been engaged with the website development, with recruiting employers, with understanding the focus on skilled trades. So she keeps us informed. The board of directors fully supports this model. We believe it's a fit for our purpose here in the Triangle region, and we support the vision. We want to expand the model to other industries that need workforce attention, especially healthcare and IT. With so many industries having trouble recruiting, retaining, and training talent, we need employer-driven, low-cost models like this, and that's what the Summer Careers Academy is. Our board commends the work of the Summer Careers Academy Steering Committee and their vision and fortitude If this were easy, it would have been done a long time ago. So we are certainly grateful for the efforts of the committee. I am personally grateful to be in a region that comes together across sectors for the greater good. I mean, we're gonna light fire and passions for this work, and we're gonna do some successful things, some things that are gonna be very successful. So today is a day for celebration and congratulations. And I want to thank everybody, and I appreciate your time to give a few words of reflection.
Thank you, Fakisha. Thank you very much. Carrie Doyle is chair of the Orange County School Board. Carrie.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Carrie Doyle, and I'm really glad to be here today and to share just a couple words on behalf of our board. I would like to express our full support of this equity-minded opportunity. And as I am listening this morning, I'm learning how much more equity-minded it is than I realized with all the supports that you're offering to help students overcome obstacles in order to meet their academic needs and experience the paid on-the-job training that is being offered. We are enthusiastic for this collaborative approach that draws on strengths and leaderships from Chapel Hill-Carrboro City Schools, Durham Tech, our local business leaders, and we are really proud as a board that we are able to contribute from Orange County Schools. I have to give a shout out to Shannon Braxton for her excellent leadership, and as well as our being able to contribute our classroom spaces, the construction class site and educational oversight at Orange High School, and the woodworking class site at Cedar Ridge High School. I'm just really appreciative of all the visioning, planning, and the perseverance to make this Summer Career Academy happen. And this is really an example of where the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. So thank you so much for having me join you today.
Thank you, Carrie. Thank you very much. And thank you especially for the space. We were really struggling with that for a while. Dion Timny is wearing two hats. This hat is the hat as the Chapel Hill-Carrboro City School Board. Dion?
Thank you for the introduction. And as Carrie shared earlier, our board fully supports, the ability and the synergistic approach that we're going to use to really provide opportunities that we currently don't have. As here in Chapel Hill-Carrboro City, we don't have we don't offer a pathway until now to our skilled construction trades. And like this opens up a door that we can use to have pathways to other careers for our students. Not everyone is interested in 4 years directly, and that's okay. We need to support, our students on whatever their endeavors are, whatever they consider success to be. So I am truly excited for this. I am appreciative of this steering committee and all the expertise that everyone brought to this. I know our superintendent, Naya Hamlet, is excited and looking forward to offering this solution to all of our students. And a special shout out to our CTE instructors. And it shows why our CTE education is so important. So I look forward to bringing some IT and cybersecurity to this program, and I appreciate all the help and all the support that everyone's given thus far. Thank you.
Thank you, Dion. Renee Price is chair of the Orange County Commissioners, and without the county support, this thing will not be able to continue. So we really hope that we will get strong county support.
Thank you, absolutely. So men and women of the skilled trades built America. The bricklayers, plumbers, electricians, welders, and a host of other additional crafts professionals. They are the ones, you are the ones that are responsible for our homes, our schools, office buildings, bridges, and so much more. Again, I'm Renee Price, chair of the board, and on behalf of my colleagues on the Board of County Commissioners, some of whom are watching this today, congratulations on the launch of the Summer Careers Academy, and thank you. For years, we have talked about the need to provide a pipeline to career options for our young people, but you have taken these ideas, these thoughts, and concretized them into an ideation. And you've taken the idea and taken it a step further to implementation. And by implementing the idea, you will offer such inspiration for our young women and men. And through this academy, students will learn new skills and also discover some of their own innate talents. And as was mentioned, the Orange County Commissioners approved a skills construction trade study in 2019, and a shout out to Mark Markopoulos for pushing this forward. And then the Chamber facilitated and released the study in 2020. And I'm glad that it's not just sitting on my shelf. We certainly intend to continue to support workforce development in the future through initiatives such as the Summer Careers Academy. And we applaud everyone involved, all the partners, and with a special shout out to the employers, because without you, this would not be possible. These are the relationships that will help us assure a future for our young people individually and a future for our community as a whole. So again, skilled craftsmen and craftswomen are the people who built the United States from the ground up. And I thank you for respecting and upholding that legacy. And thank you for allowing me to be with you this morning.
Thank you, Renee. Thank you very much. JB Buxton is president of Durham Technical Community College, and he's here speaking on behalf of the Durham Tech Board of Trustees. And Durham Tech has been just such an integral partner of this whole process. JB?
Jim, thank you very much. You all already met my two colleagues and the most important leaders of this initiative, Dean Lancelot Gooden and our construction trades director and assistant dean, Mariah Smith Overman, and not just important leaders at Durham Tech, important leaders in the state in building engineering and skilled trades. And it's great to have them front and center in this project. I'm here this morning representing our Board of Trustees. Our chair, John Burness, due to an unforeseen conflict, could not attend today, but was due to be here to talk about our board's strong support for this work. Renee Price, Commissioner Price, a member of that board, on with us today. And I also want to recognize the leadership of Katie Luvis, who sits on Durham Tech's Foundation Board of Directors. I can assure you the Foundation Board also supports this, but appreciate Katie's, not just her representation on that board, but her strong leadership of this effort. I want to recognize what a fantastic example this is of a community coming together around an identified need. And as Orange County's community college, we are excited to be part of anything that involves workforce and economic development needs, but really that has the equitable focus that this project does. We believe that it's our mission to equip students with the knowledge, skills, and networks they need to succeed at our college and in work and life. And I want to focus for just 10 seconds here on the networks part of that. And that so many of our students do not come into college, into the workplace, as they try to access jobs and social and economic mobility with those networks that are critical for them to have success. We believe summer academies that is a critical part of this design. It's knowledge, skills, and networks that's going to lead to economic and social mobility. And so we thank this community for what it's done to rally around students who need us the most. And we appreciate the role we're able to play in this. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, JB. And I'm sure we'll be working with Durham Tech, with maybe even a site here in Orange County one of these days. Lee Bowman is chair of the Homebuilders Association of Durham and Orange Counties. And again, this is one of the key organizations that has made this all possible. And Lee, would you add a few words?
Sure. Good morning, everybody. I'm sorry. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you again, Holly. And I'm very honored to be here today on behalf of the HBA for this exciting kickoff event. The HBA is also so excited about this much needed Summer Career Academy for our local industry. It's something we've been very passionate about for years. Of course, labor is a growing issue for residential construction, and what an entrepreneurial opportunity that a career in the trades provides for men and women, and especially those that are not interested in a traditional four-year degree. As the son of two educators, I want to give kudos to all those involved that have created this incredible public and private model of education, and what creative leadership from our elected officials that are supporting this program. Thank you all again for making this happen, and the HBA is very grateful to be a partner in the program. Thank you.
Thank you, Lee, for that. Let's see, make sure I'm unmuted. Am I unmuted? Yes. Okay. Sorry. And our next, we've asked our next speaker to join us, Tammy Wall, is Executive Director of the Regional Partnership Workforce Development Board. And we fully see ourselves not as a local Orange County organization, but we fully want to integrate into a regional effort. And a lot of our focus in the future will be trying to find those ways of integrating. Tammy, would you say a few words?
Yes, thank you, Jim. Again, my name is Tammy Wall, and I'm with the Regional Partnership Workforce Development Board. And I just want to let all of the steering committee know that you guys have done an absolute phenomenal job putting this together. I mean, you guys are going to be a model across the state and perhaps the nation. This is absolutely amazing. It falls directly in line with one of the governor's initiatives of My Future NC, which was a huge goal of having 2 million North Carolinians with a high value credential by the year 2030. We recognize that fewer than half of North Carolinians between the ages of 25 and 44 have a high quality credential or post-secondary education. And North Carolinians from economically disadvantaged backgrounds are disproportionately affected. Far fewer earn post-secondary credentials than students with greater economic stability. So you have targeted a population that has in many regards been left behind over a long time. And I think this is a perfect time to invest in these students. And I think this is a great start to build this pipeline for our employers. Also want to remind everyone of the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act funds. We refer to those as WIOA funds. Please know that we can leverage those resources. I know I've heard about grants and I've heard about donations, but our WIOA programs are specifically targeted to work with young people 16 to 24 who are at a disadvantage economically, and our funding will help support paid work experience, on-the-job training, which reimburses an employer 50% of wages. And we also have funding for those students who want to continue with their education and past the Summer Careers Academy. If they want to go to a plumbing program or an electrical program, we have funds for tuition, books, and fees. We have supportive service funds that helps buy those tools or steel toe boots or whatever equipment they need to be successful on the job. So please consider Regional Partnership as a strong partner in this endeavor. And I congratulate all of you for the amazing work that you have done. Thank you.
Thank you, Tammy, and I'm sure we'll be back in touch if funds are available. I want to thank everybody. This has been such a fantastic community partnership, and we look forward to working with you in the future. Holly, back to you.
Thank you, Jim. And to you, community and industry leaders, your support is key, and we are so grateful. Now I want to take just 5 more minutes to share with you what's next. Patricia and Heather, over to you.
Hi, thank you. Our intention is to carry out this program in a timely fashion. Our goal is that the students come first, to match them with the employer, to help them build the skills that they need and help them launch their career. We are removing any barriers that the students may have. For example, transportation. We're also giving them free certifications that they are required to have in the construction field. We have already begun this process, and Patricia is going to lead you through the timeline for how we're going to make this possible.
Good morning again. Heather and I have hit the road running, and we have been presenting to students at all of the high schools in Chapel Hill-Carrboro and at Orange County. Those are 5 high schools. We have specifically been targeting the ESL students, which is English as a second language. So those have been some of our groups. We've also been in some of the career and technical education courses and presenting about the academy and getting students interested. They need to turn in their interest forms by March the 7th. We have already received some of the interest forms. The career development coordinators at each high school have been helping us pass the word. They have it on their websites, hopefully by now, and also in the principal's messages going out. So we are really working hard to get the information out to the students and to the parents. The principal's messages automatically go to the parents of the students at the high school. We are planning 2 information nights for parents and students. Those will be held in March, one in Chapel Hill and one in Hillsborough. Employers are already on board. We've got the instructor already on board, as you have heard. And then during March, we will match up the students with the employers. Students will have an interview with the employer. So that's part of our learning here, is how do you do an interview? And we will do some training for them before they go to the actual interview for the students and for the employers. And then April and May, that's when the interviews will take place. By the end of May, we'll have our final list. Yay! And we will start June the 14th. We will work on all the barriers like transportation, after we know exactly, who the kids will be, who the students are, and what their needs are. So we are looking forward to it. And Heather, you want to give them more information about who to contact?
Yeah, so the last thing that we would like to add is that we still need your help and support from this wonderful community. If you know a student who would benefit from this program or an employer who would like to contribute, please contact us. Holly, back to you.
Thank you, Patricia and Heather. We are so energized as we launch the Summer Career Academy and begin the inaugural Building Our Future Construction Career Training Program. Katie, that concludes our overview. I'm eager to know if we have any comments or questions from the audience.
Thanks, Holly. Great overview. I'm so energized. We only have 1 comment so far, so let me encourage everyone here to post your comments and questions in the chat for this segment now, Q&A. Kara posted a comment, and I'll read it out to you, and I've given fair warning to our educators, Lance and Mariah, Kathy and Shannon. If one of you has a response or any insight, I want to encourage you to open your mic and respond. Kara pointed out, as a former dean of students focused on attendance and student engagement, I'm excited for students to have added incentive to improve their attendance so they can be part of this potentially transformational opportunity. It would be interesting to see how truancy metrics might improve over the years as a result of this consistent option in the years ahead. Any thoughts from our steering committee on this?
Yes, Katie, I can jump in. Excellent question and points, Karen. I gave us some thought because, this is a fascinating model that we're implementing. And one of the important things regarding truancy metrics, am I coming across clearly?
You sound great.
Okay,
Thank you.
sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so the reality is this work increases students' aspirations to pursue, avenues in our skilled trades program. So just by design and what the work actually does or what it means to students, we imagine that will improve over time. I think this is a metrics, we can revisit as a steering committee as we reimagine what success means for Summer Careers Academy and capture this over time. But I do imagine that this would improve because students are seeing this as an opportunity, not a means to an end, but really one that opens avenues, for endless opportunities for their future and the career in our skilled trades industry.
Thanks, Lance. And I would add, Kara, that our steering committee is really putting some good thought now into what our performance outputs and outcome measures will be to define success. And we'll put some good thought to attendance. I think you're nudging us in a very good direction. So thanks for that feedback. We have about 4 more questions and comments in the chat. Kara had a follow-up. And Kara, if you're there, I'm going to invite you actually to open up your mic if you're able, and speak out your question. And if not, I'll go ahead and read it. Kara?
Hey, good morning, everybody. Thank you first and foremost for all of the tireless efforts that everybody has put in. It's a pure honor to just be a witness to this experience. And again, I also come from almost 20 years in public ed, so that's the framing of my questions. It's not a, oh my goodness, they haven't thought of this. It's just like, there's so many pieces, and just offering some other elements that might not have been thought of yet. And that is, when I left public ed, and Holly knows this, Jim, I connected with you years ago. My intention was to create construction-focused trades high school. I was like, gosh, that's a big undertaking, and I love that y'all were putting all those pieces together. However, in the time that I was focused on that, truly just zero in on that, it was so powerful to me that the students were on board. And in my years as a dean and educator, they were very much on board with all the options. It was the parents, especially with the skilled trades. And we talk construction, because our peers, I'm 44, so me and my peers, we were taught that it's a second class, less than career option. So that's where my question is coming from, is, are there efforts yet, and no worries if not, but are there efforts yet to meet with the parents and guardians and caretakers of our young people to say, hey, I hear you. I also was taught that, and that's not the case. It actually, like Lance was offering, that it offers more avenues of options, and you can still go to college, and actually your young person would be able to pay for their own college education, because Correct. It's such a lucrative option. So I didn't know if those conversations were already happening, and if not, I'd be more than happy to be part of that process as well.
Thanks so much, Kara, for your support and enthusiasm and shared passion for this work. We definitely want to keep you involved, so let's stay close. And your point about engaging parents is a very astute one. That's something we've been talking about a lot. And Keith Sipe, he is our consultant who stood up the program in Catawba Valley. They've just done a marvelous job and captured our attention. So we're modeling his program and brought him on board, as you know, to help guide the shape of this one. And the parental component is really key. So Keith, would you mind sharing from your experience how this likely unfolds?
I think to address that, we do plan to have some sessions with parents and students together in the evenings, when parents could join us, typically, hopefully face-to-face or by Zoom, depending upon the situation. But then that would help the parents understand the value of this program moving forward. And it truly is an opportunity for the students to learn, to get some exposure to a career, and that can open some future doors either at Durham Tech or other community colleges. So yes, I think we'll have at least one, probably 2 sessions with parents where parents can understand the value of this for their young adults as well. Did that answer your question?
Absolutely, yes.
Oh, good. I see Dion's hand up, so I think he might have some insight on this. And then I've got at least 2 more questions in the chat. I've got Monica and Linda going next. So Dion?
Ooh, thank you, Katie. I think Kara is right on in what in her question. I also think these types of programs give us an opportunity to kind of reevaluate how we educate, reevaluate what's important. And when we create metrics, you know, we have a tendency to say who is first, who is the best. But I think if we're going to truly be student first, student focused first, we start figuring out our metric to say, we have gathered this group and we are including not only just parents and community members, but we're ensuring that this student makes it through this program. And it's just a slight change on our focus. So we're not focused on them just finishing. That's great, but we're focused on them finishing whole, finishing with an understanding to move forward and to do better. And then with that, I think the entire community will grow. So we don't just want to pick, you know, the ones that's going to easily make it through or the ones that already have experience, but truly put an equitable lens on it to say, hey, we might need to give a little bit more help to this one, or this one has it, but we're going to spend a little extra time with that one, or we might have to put some more funds into that one just to ensure they make it through the program and they're successful in the future.
Thanks, Dion. Monica, you've got a quick question in the chat, but actually I want to invite you to open your mic and pose it because I have a feeling there's more to your question than what you're asking about Wake County. Are you there, Monica?
Yes, I am. I'm sorry, I'm at the gym working. Yes, I have a Wake County student. I was just trying to see if it was available for them as well.
I'm so glad to hear that there's regional interest. At our heart, the steering committee, our design, we really want to treat this as with a regional approach. We're starting bite-sized, you know, serving Orange County students in year one, and hopefully we'll deliver a successful program. But our vision very much is to expand to other counties. And there are other initiatives that are building the talent pipeline in the construction trades. Hope Renovations is another program we really admire that's going regional. Waymakers initiative out of Durham is a awesome one. I'm not sure specifically in Wake County what the options are, but I suspect there's some strong ones as well. So stay in touch with us and we're happy to do some research. I do want to turn to my colleagues on the steering committee to see if anyone has anything to add on the Wake front. Otherwise, I'll move us along to Linda.
Katie, yes, there are some initiatives going on in Wake County in regards working with Wake Community College. So there's some things going on there.
Great.
Okay,
Excellent.
thank you.
And Tony and Monica, I'm going to invite you, if you can, to use the chat to make sure Monica gets the information she needs to follow up. Okay, I'm going to go to Linda Sanders next. She has a question and followed by Emily. Linda, over to you.
Yeah, so thank you all. First of all, I am so impressed. What an incredible initiative you all have put together. It really makes me proud to be a resident and a business person in Chapel Hill. So thank you all very, very much. As you have framed this, I would certainly appreciate any insights in terms of what are your specific goals or what are our specific goals for 2022? Are there particular targets and key milestones? Because I think as we go out and recruit volunteers, and certainly I'll be volunteering to participate in this initiative, I think that's going to be helpful. Because I think most businesses are going to say, okay, so help me understand what are those specific goals, and as well as the scope and what we're trying to do. And then also, you know, key performance indicators. How do we define success? And I know that's come up a couple of times, but those would be a couple of areas that I would really encourage, take a look at if we could codify those and then have it be part of the packaging. But I am just in awe of what you all have done. So thank you so much for what you're doing in the community. And I look forward to being an active participant. Thank you.
Thank you for your support, Linda, and your willingness to be involved going forward. We would love to take you up on that. And you're so right about metrics. So we are just beginning the journey of getting really crystal clear on what success looks like. We're using an equity lens. We're going to be looking at not just the number of students engaged, but the quality of the program so that they persist through and complete it. And then we want to look at labor market outcomes. Do they enter the construction field? What does that all look like? Or go on to a full-fledged apprenticeship in the community college? So we'll have some clear metrics in the future. And we do welcome and invite any community member who has skills and experience in this space to join us in the work of being thoughtful and designing those. I want to pause and turn to the steering committee to see if anyone has something they'd like to add as far as performance measures and success. Otherwise, I'm going to move on to Emily.
So,
Okay.
Katie, I'd just like to actually, throw a little in regards to our North Carolina Community College system. So to let everyone know that this program is actually recognized by and registered with the North Carolina Community College system as a pre-apprenticeship program leading into a registered apprenticeship program. So not only will those students that actually complete the program receive those credentials that you've actually heard about earlier, they'll also receive credentials from a North Carolina Community College system in regard that they've successfully completed a pre-apprenticeship program. So those credentials are portable, as well as Mariah mentioned earlier, that would actually lead over to the local community college for those programs, which would give them prior credit for what they've already completed.
Thanks, Tony. I appreciate that. Yes, this is a streamlined system, K through 12 through the community college system. We're really pumped about that. Emily, I saw a question or a comment in the chat from you. Are you there? Would you like to open your mic and speak to us?
Hi, I'm Emily Kreitzer with Carrboro Plumbing, and I just wanted to say thanks. We are super excited about this, and we've been wanting something like this for a long time. So I appreciate all your hard work on it, and I think it's just so excellent for the trades and beyond in our community, because we can't have all this growth without having people to actually do the work for it too. But my question was just about the pay rate. The pay rate that's been discussed today was different than the I received in the documentation, which I am completely on board with. I feel like it's more in line, but I just wanted to confirm that what I had was out of date, I guess.
Yeah, thanks, Emily. We're so glad to have you and your company engaged. This has definitely been a learning journey. So as we move along, we continue to get better and better. So we were so happy when former Commissioner Mark Markopoulos told us about the learning wage, which is different than the living wage. And then as we talked to Susan Romaine, who really helps run Orange County Living Wage, and we learned more about it, we thought it was really fit for purpose. And as you know, we've held several employer input sessions to get feedback from employers of what really will work, and sought feedback from our schools as far as what would be a good fit for students. And so the learning wage of $12 an hour seems to be all around the right number. So we're really happy to go with that, and we hope that it works for your business. We do have some funds, not a lot, but a little pocket of funding thanks to the Keenan Charitable Trust to be able to offset some costs for employers who maybe they don't have the budget for it this year, but could build it into their budget next year. So there are some scholarships available. I want to pause for a moment and give my steering committee, anyone on the committee who'd like to speak to the learning wage and employer engagement. All right. There were a lot of other comments in the chat. I didn't see a specific question, so I want to just pause for one more moment. And if anyone has a question or a final comment they'd like to raise, we've got just a bit of time before I'm going to bring us to a close. The floor is open. All right, hearing none, I think we've covered all the bases today. So I'm going to wrap us up and get us out of here by 10 a.m. as promised. Ori, if you could pull up the final slide. So just a quick recap. We have a few asks and invitations for you to get you involved and help us make the Summer Careers Academy a success. First, everyone, please check out our cool new website, summercareersacademy.com. And please use the hashtag Summer Careers Academy on social media to join our online conversation and to help us promote it and spread the word. For those employers who are out there who might be interested in getting involved in building our futures, give Heather Casey a call. She'll discuss your needs and the program requirements and make it really easy to get you engaged with us. For any students out there or who you might know would be interested, please let them know to simply complete the student interest form, which is online at summercareersacademy.com, and tell them to not hesitate to call or text Patricia Harris. She'll be happy to help walk them through the process. For any funders out there who want to make building our futures a success, contact Holly Fricaro. She's excited to talk with you about it. and look at ways that we could partner for cash and in-kind contributions and make the most of those. If you're interested in helping us with the Summer Careers Academy model and expanding that into other industries, contact me. As you heard today, we're just getting started. There's a lot more we need to do to sustain this, replicate it, broaden it, and scale it. So contact me. And finally, for any educators out there who are interested in teaching and mentoring our students, please contact Heather Casey to discuss your qualifications and any future opportunities. So it's now my pleasure on behalf of the Summer Careers Academy Steering Committee to thank you for joining us today and to declare the Summer Careers Academy officially launched. With that, we are adjourned. Thank you.